Will GM fire on all cylinders for 2012? I'm Jill Malandrina with the Streets Options Profits.
And I'm Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com.
And we want to wish everyone a happy and healthy New Year first off, and welcome back to the trading desk. So we spoke about on Thursday how Ford, GM, some of these U.S. auto names might be a catalyst in 2012 because seasonally auto names tend to pick up this time of year. And Bloomberg reported this morning December sales were as healthy as they've been in 5 years. So let's take a look at Ford, GM, and see if we're on track there.
Yeah, well, I rarely look at these, but I do look at them like 4 times a year. 4 times a year, there's some type of setup in Ford or GM, and I am looking at them right now. They do have downtrends that they're going to try and contend with. So it could be good for a short-term trade and maybe even a low entry point if you want to be long some of these, car makers. So let's take a quick look right here of GM. You take a look here. It's been annihilated and battered and bruised. You look all the way back from when it was an IPO. This is just gross how they let this happen. Anyway, you fast forward to today. One man's trash could be another one's treasure. So if you're not involved and you're not trapped, look at this downtrend in GM. You have a low in place around 19 that you could trade against. It starts to clear like 2050 or 21. You could see a quick move to 22. Then at some point, if they do get a little love from some of the institutions, it could make its way back up to 24 or 25. But that's going to take a long time to happen. But short term, looks like it could pop a little bit.
Well, it's so interesting. We never ever looked at the auto sector, the industrial sector, as speculative plays, but this one in my mind is more speculative because how many fund managers got crushed with GM holding in their portfolio? So we're hoping what was a good company at one time will eventually warm up to that again. And one way we can play it, and Skip Rash is going to give us the options trade, is with a longer dated vertical call spread where your risk is controlled, your reward's a little bit capped, but in names like a GM, that's something that you have to do to protect your portfolio.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And just real quickly with Ford we talked about, I think, last week. Take a quick look, similar pattern, a little bit of a downtrend right here, holding higher above $11. You could see $11.50 real quick, and then at some point, could be in the first quarter if this U.S. market rally stays intact or comes into fruition, you could see $12.51, which is a nice little percentage gain.
Okay, so we'll see if the domestic names can take the driver's seat in 2012. Thanks very much, Scott.